Hi, this is Cycle 2, Week 5, Perspective Drawing. You can decide this week if you would like to combine with your counterpart tutor. So you would have 16 in your class. We're not going to combine the same way that we had last year with the little, medium, and big, but if you would like to combine with your other tutor, you can do that for this week. It's a pretty simple week tutor-wise. You're just going to need a sheet of paper, a name label, a ruler. We got real rulers with a actual metal edge, a pencil, and an eraser. And that's it, and a name label. So first what we're going to do is in your scripts, you're going to have a sheet on perspective and shading and how to make, this is more shading, but how to make something look further away and closer to you. And you're going to talk about perspective. And another example that I love to do with the littler kids is if you stand right in front of them and then you back up and you say, okay, use your fingers. How big is my face? And then they say, okay. And then you go back and they say, okay, how big is your face now? And it's only that big. So they can get an idea of how big and small you are just by using your fingers, and how if you draw something smaller, it's normally further away. There are some books that I have here that might be kind of fun to either recommend or get. They teach more about the perspective of life than perspective drawings, but you can always find perspective drawings in every single book that you use. So I just put a note that it might be a fun twist for older students, just like, yeah, perspective of life versus just perspective of what you're doing. And not to say that little kids couldn't use them too, because they are cute books. I did look through them. Your week will be full, so you really want to get on this. You might even take a few minutes from presentation if you need to. I have on here the video that your students are going to watch. It's different than the one that we watched last year or in the years past. It's still the same idea. It's still 1 point perspective. Pause it as needed for littler kids. I think that it's better that they at least get to a point and they get the 1 point and they get the horizon line and they get some buildings that are like vertical and horizontal and all those kinds of things. The older children should be able to finish this whole entire video and then be able to like color some stuff in, and it would be really neat to see what they did, and maybe if they have time to go show some of the younger kids or something like that. But we got all new pencils this year, so erasers should work, but we also got real erasers that will work better too. So just take care of our supplies, please, and try and respect them. Tell the kids to respect them so kids in the future can use them. We do have, I did grab this, sorry. These really nice colored pencils that we got last year. And I love these because you don't have to sharpen them. But the biggest thing is, so they like, here, where's that? Okay, so they twist up, right? See how it's coming out the top? But the biggest thing is like, if you get any more than this, the tip will break off. So really encourage kids just to have a little tiny bit out if they're going to use them, because we want to kind of save them and preserve them. But these are our colored pencils, and they're really great because they're just always sharp, and we as tutors don't ever have to sharpen them. I think that's it. It's an easy week for tutors, but it's a good lesson to learn. If you really want to encourage older kids, when they go home, you can start to have them look at 2 point perspective and how to draw that. And it's a really neat extension to the activity if you have kids in your class that really like to draw. Good luck.